Hello and welcome to this short presentation where I just want to raise the question, what is your favorite user interface for AI? So what's the background? Well, some of you might have noticed that Copilot Studio agents now became available in Copilot Studio Chat. And as a result, you can use them in Excel, Word, SharePoint, and so on. So what does it mean? Well, in the following, I will show you one Copilot Studio agent, an out-of-the-box agent that we have in project operations, and then see how we can use it in the other modern work tools, how they are called here. Okay, but rather than showing you slides here, let's jump into my system and check it out. So I'm here in Dynamics 365 project operations. You might know similar systems, something like Dynamics 365 marketing, sales, field service, and whatever we have here. And the setup of these applications is always similar. So on the left-hand side, you have a navigation pane. On the right-hand side, you have, for example, Copilot. And what I want to do is I want to make use of Copilot for one of my projects. So let's say, hey, I'm the manager of this project and I want to have some insights into that. So how can you do that? Well, you open this Copilot here and then you say, hey, create me a project insight report. If you type something wrong, then we say, hey, I want to have this one. What will happen is in the background, there will be a process started, and then in a couple of seconds, you will see this internal report created here. So that's really something that you have available out of the box on your fingertips. Yeah. What you can also do, and this is an adjustment I will show you in a minute. You can say something like, "Hey, new lead. Yeah? I want to create a new lead. Yeah? So I want to create something in the sales and marketing area that is also available and incorporated here. Yeah? So we have here a sales integration, and here are my leads. Yeah? So and there are some mandatory fields. So what is the lead topic? New topic, topic 777, and then it asks all of these mandatory fields. Of course, you can fill something new. Okay, it remembered from the last session my name. And then if we refresh that here, you should see, hey, we can create that. So the question is, how did I do that? Well, I made an adjustment to this Copilot Studio agent. So how did I do that? Well, let's have a look. So this is the out-of-the-box agent that we have. It's still called, it's already created a couple of months ago by the Microsoft team, so not by me. And that is why I cannot change many things. So you see a couple of topics, they are yeah, kind of managed and I cannot change it. But what I can do, I can add new things. And that's what I did. So I had created here a new lead. And then I incorporated here some questions. And then I said, hey, here's the tool that will create this lead. Or the other thing that you can do is this agent or bot does not have any general knowledge. So it's not available there. So what did I do? I created another agent. I called it Ludwig 2 agent and said, hey, you have just some, you're used when there's a general knowledge question. And by the way, to make it a bit funny, you ask, you answer questions about rivers, countries, mountains, and so on, but you talk like a smurf. So because I like this, this kind of dolls. And then what you can do is, of course, you can come here and ask a question about something. So let's say, what is the highest mountain? Mountain. And if things go correctly, then we should hopefully see here an answer in a couple of seconds, making use of this connected agent that I incorporated. So let's see. So you see the highest mountain is this one, blah, blah, blah. And here the smoothest peak of them all. So you can see, hey, this is really coming from this connected agent. Okay, so that's basically what you can do with out of the box agents. You can adjust them. That's nice, but you can also incorporate them into other areas. So if you're someone who does not really like to work with these project operations user interface, hey, then you can go to Teams. You can do things in Microsoft 365 Copilot. You can do it in SharePoint. So before I already started a couple of chats. So just to give you an impression what you can do. I incorporated here this project service Power Virtual Agent. I publish it to Teams, and then you see, hey, I can ask here questions about whatever, in my case, mountains here. Or you can integrate it into M365. So it becomes available here. And then you ask about, in my case here, rivers. So that's what you can do. Also, you can include it in SharePoint. So if you open SharePoint, you can incorporate this agent, but that's probably something you already know. So you can just open it here, ask questions, and then you will get an answer to your question. So for example, let's ask country affects Germany. Yeah. And then we should hopefully get an answer soon. So it's sending, and then it will make use of this knowledge of this sub-agent and then give us a feedback. My computer is a bit slow, but ultimately we will get here some results. And again, you see small effects. So it is really using this kind of connected agent. But then there's something again different. And this is something you might not have seen. So if we go, let's say, to OneNote. In OneNote, you also have Copilot. And then you see here, you can refer to this agent. You can refer to even the chats, the conversations that you had, or ask new questions that you have and get an answer here. Or if you prefer to work in Word, you can do the same. Open here your agent. In my case, this project agent. Ask your question and get it here. You can also revert to conversations that were made before. Maybe in Excel, somebody started the conversation. You continue here in Word, and then you go on in OneNote. All of that is possible. Last thing I wanted to share is here Excel. And I open it in my desktop application. Why? Because, hey, maybe you're a person who likes to work with data. And what I did here is, well, I thought, if you do not like the user interface of Dynamics 365, you can create your own dashboards. You can create your own things here. How do you do that? Well, you just connect the data. So we can get data here from Dataverse. You extract them. In my case, the leads, the customers, the invoices, projects, and so on. You create your pivot charts, whatever you want, your dashboards. But then again, here on the right-hand side, you have the experience of these agents, and you can create leads. You can do things that you really want, and they will be incorporated here. And of course, the lead that we just created is not here. So we have to refresh the data. So I say refresh all. This will take a while. Because there are a couple of connections that I have here, a couple of data, and then it will update things, and then ultimately you will see here our new leads that are generated. So if you're really the person who likes to work in Excel, not in any other online tool, you are happy to stay here. You can make use of all of these agent possibilities, the integration into flows. You can create leads, customers, invoices, projects, whatever you want, and what is allowed, of course, by your IT department. So that's it, what I wanted to share. Basically saying, hey, this Copilot that you see here inside of a Dynamics 365 application is not an end, it's not a dead end, but rather a door opener for any user interface that you prefer, and you just work where you feel most comfortable. Okay, that's it, what I wanted to share. Let's go back to my PowerPoint for some closing remarks. Okay, at the end, a short summary. So what have we seen? Well, we saw that we have Copilot Chat available, and the integration of Copilot Studio agents in Copilot Studio Chat allows us to use these agents everywhere. So no matter whether you are in OneNote, if you are in Excel, Word, if you prefer Teams, you can always make use of Copilot Studio agents. And this is through this so-called pass-through chat experience that I try to explain and demonstrate. The big advantage is that you have a fully managed platform behind. So you have all the security, governance, the application lifecycle management. So if you need something like a dev test prod strategy to roll out your agents, then this is the way to go for you. And of course, you can use the full power of the Power Platform with your familiar M365 tools. So no matter whether you are an Excel person, Word, Notepad, whatever you have, you can integrate these Copilot agents next to you, and yeah, help you automating and making your work more efficient. Okay, so that's it. What I wanted to share with you. As usual, thanks again for watching and listening, and then looking forward to seeing you next time.